The sun is a-shining, the mood is set, the eggs are ready to go. It's week 2 action about to start here on Minor League Esports, presented by APM Music. And Anima J taking the reins for this one here as we get set to look in on some Master League action between a couple of teams looking to get their seasons off on the right foot. Joining with me, fellow Canadian Thunderballs from the analyst desk. Thunder, I hear you have a turkey in the oven. Is it going to be as good as we hope?
Only time will tell. I'm going to have to let it sit idle and just pray to the Turkey League gods that it turns out okay. But for now, we got a game to focus on, and I'm excited about this one. Master League squaring off to open us up on the mainstream tonight, so we'll get off at a pretty torrid pace to start the pace of play here.
We do. Interesting to see the number 1 overall pick in the Master League draft, Golden Luigi, in action for the second time this season, currently leading the Demolition in MVPR pretty much in every category, but up against a difficult task right now in the 7-3 Bulls out of the Volcanic Division. Rainbow Noms leading that team, rocking 6.28 on the MVPR, 24 goals and 51 shots already through 2 matches of MLE action to go here. This one, I think, a big task for the Demo as we get things set to go underway.
Absolutely. We saw a good preview of the capability that Golden Luigi, that number 1 draft pick, has when we held that franchise major a week before the week 1 of league play. So I think the Bulls are on alert at what they might be facing in Luigi and in the demo in general. But like you said, no slouch of a team, and Noms looking to lead the charge here, no pun intended.
We'll see which of these teams gets the upper hand first as we get them set to go underway. It's a fake kickoff to start things off for the Demo, but Script not getting the touch wanted there. Leaves an opening for the Bulls, offensively tipped away back to midfield. Back into the corner for the Bulls is Micah Rim, pressured by Golden Luigi in the corner. Will force Rainbow Noms to come up and take the ball away. Still loose at midfield here. Low boost for Noms. Gets bumped as well by Script on the way down, but a good job to collect the 50. Keep this pressure on for the Bulls here early. The bump kind of in a little bit of a lack of pressure for the Bulls as Rainbow Noms rotating back for boost early on in that sequence. Demolition now with the Bulls under pressure. Script taking the time off the bar twice and away. Mikerim getting the clear. Pulls the ball out, towards the corner. And a big chance early for the Demo here to start this one.
A lot of patience there shown by the Bulls on the goal line, surprisingly, because that was a very close chance for the Demo. It's hard to be that poised when you're under such incredible pressure on a scoring chance like that. I'm really even more surprised that some Demo player did not pounce on that in some way or another. But regardless, Bulls keep this game tied. Another chance here. Golden Luigi looking for an early double tap here. Already the skill on display.
Couple of quick chances for the Demo here. The Bulls looking to clear their lines. Both players up to tip this one away. They'll lose control at midfield as Golden Luigi back to rotate this in. Loses control to Rainbow Noms along the side. Pass Luigi. Script in a tough spot. Noms has boost. Up off the crossbar goes Script. Second chance from Micah Rim, and it's not enough power. Cleared away off the bar as Script comes across and picks up another save in the first half of this game. 90 seconds and change gone here. The Demo with the better of the opportunities to start so far, as they've done really well to hold the Bulls to no chances, although that one goes loose and Rainbow Noms from the top of the box makes it 1-0.
Noms showing Micah Rim how it's done with shot placement and power. The Bulls missed a chance just a short while ago, but Noms is going to clean it up and put them in the lead in this game just before the halfway mark.
Transition seems to be where the Bulls might have their most success in getting through the Demolition. If they're able to keep that midfield pressure going in, we'll see how this changes things as Rainbow Noms launching one off the kickoff, tipped away by Golden Luigi, high on the bar. A follow-up play by Luigi, looking for the flip reset off the side, doesn't quite get contact. It's Script to follow through, looking for Luigi. Rainbow Noms will tip that away. Down through the Bulls corner, this one goes. Micah Rim blocked again by the Demo on the way out. The Bulls again under pressure early here from the Demo in this sequence, but the Demo not quite able to get quality shots away on this one. And if the Bulls can get their rotation sorted out, another chance for them in transition.
And the Demo putting so much pressure on until they get right down to the wire and need to generate a scoring chance. It's great to keep a team hemmed in their own end, but the quality of chances is just not quite there for them. That's the last bit that they need to close the gap and maybe get a goal to level the game here.
An attempt by Microm to get the ball center will fall to the Demo, cleared all the way into the Bulls' end. Now they look for a 2-on-1. Script down for Rainbow Noms, following up off the crossbar. Can't find the touch. The big chance to go up by 2-0 for the Bulls will go by the wayside. In transition is Golden Luigi, tipped away by Microm. Script looking to follow up. No contact on that one. The Bulls should have it clear. Both players miss, and Rainbow Noms will tip it against the post. A big chance again on a loose play by the Bulls. Doesn't convert for the Demo, and they find themselves still down by 1.
Oh, close chance there. Microm trying to poke it through. Noms still pressuring here. Microm circling is trying to keep the pressure on. Noms keeping the ball away. I don't think this is going to amount to anything, and my goodness, on the other end, how did we see again the Demo not pressuring with the ball trickling towards the goal line? Nice shot there from Script, though. That's finally going to be the equalizer here for the Demo.
Finally, a little bit of power on one of these shots by the Demo. Catches Microm in a tough spot. That bounce a little shallow. I think Microm expected that to go high. Might have tried to turn on the backboard to get around and clear that one away. Left the shooting angle open for Script. And the Demo finally getting their offensive chance to pull themselves tie up here with just under 90 seconds to go.
Fantastic as well to capitalize on mistakes that are far more rare at this level of play. You don't get too many chances to get a free shot like that compared to the lower leagues that we have. And when it does appear, you have to jump on it, and the Demo did a great job to do that. What a save from Golden Luigi to keep this game tied.
Rainbow Noms under pressure, almost split the D for the Demolition here, and this touch will fall to Golden Luigi, trying to get one up for the Demo here. It's up off the backboard, Noms across to clear that one away, and now in transition, one-on-one against Script. It's loose, Script clears it away, back into the Bulls' end. Not a lot of control here for the Demo, as that one's cleared away by Microm back to midfield. And as these teams start to trade these back and forth chances, you get the sense, Thunderballs, that again, this one with how close it's been is going to come down to that one quick transitional chance where one team makes that mistake and it gets capitalized on by the team on offense.
Golden Luigi again fishing for a double tap there, but the backboard is well protected, and I agree that it's going to come on the back of even just a small mistake here. I don't think the Demo are going to let another close goal line chance go by the wayside, but meanwhile the Bulls kind of putting on a bit of pressure here and trying to be the ones late in the game to steal it away and start this series off right.
Really haven't seen a lot of sustained pressure by the Bulls on offense. It's a bump attempt by Microm, but it leaves Noms on an island. Script in alone, trying to get this clear. Big read by Rainbow Noms to clear it away. A backfield Demo by Microm on Golden Luigi might open it up. Still alive. Script keeps this one in the end dangerously, but it'll fall. Overtime here to decide game 1.
Needed a bit of sense of desperation there from Script on the wall. Gave way too much time for Noms to dive back and get that pinch on the back wall. Instead, when it's late stages of the game like that, you got to make stuff happen and in pretty short order. So they need to show a little sense of urgency there if they're presented with another situation like that.
Demo with this one into the Bulls' end. We've seen a lot of this one throughout the course of game 1 as Golden Luigi waiting on the top of the box gets a big 50 on the possession past Rainbow Noms. Script takes it away from his teammate, and that again a big missed opportunity for the Demo to convert into a goal and for a game 1 win.
That really threw my brain for a moment. I thought it was a defender from the Bulls coming back and retreating and getting that ball out of danger. Instead, it was Script spoiling the chance that Golden Luigi had. That's a big communication breakdown between those Demo players, and they got to mentally reset here as they've got the Bulls both trapped in their end.
Big chance for the Demo to get that clear. Microm, 2 huge touches, has this one cleared. Down for Rainbow Noms, looking on the doorstep, past Script, and Rainbow Noms on the hold by Microm gets the overtime winner in game 1.
What a determined effort there by Microm to stay on the ball. Brilliant recovery on the wall to keep close to it, and then the perfect touch out to Rainbow Noms, who was just waiting to bury that shot. Bulls really scrape one out there after facing a couple very close chances the other way in game 1.
Rainbow Noms living up to the MVP rating earned so far through 2 matches. 681 points, both goals for the Bulls in that game, including the overtime winner. But Microm very effective too, and I think you and I both refer to the caster notes. Not scheduled to play this one. It was originally supposed to be Doodle coming in for the Bulls, but a late roster swap for the Bulls, I think already paying off with the game 1 win. But for me, Thunderballs, I think the biggest thing is Golden Luigi, not as influential offensively as I think you and I were both expecting out of a high draft pick.
I think that's due in part to not being entirely warmed up. I think there were attempts at things that could have been great, but the other half of it is that the Bulls have the backboard really protected, and a lot of the offense that Golden Luigi was going for was dependent on looking for double taps and things where the opportunities just weren't open to him. He's going to need to find a little bit more creativity and look for different styles of chances to open up against this Bulls team, because they're pretty slick defensively for the time being.
I think the other thing too is that Script needs to be a bit more patient and wait for those opportunities to open up as the Bulls try to get their clear. There was opportunities where the Bulls would get a clear, Golden Luigi's waiting at midfield, would get that second chance, but Script for whatever reason wasn't able to really pick up the pieces after that chance to be able to move forward with the offensive pressure and try and convert it.
Absolutely. So I think heading into game number 2 here, I think that all the players on the field are well aware of the factors that they can improve upon after game number 1, because there are things in both sides that can be cleaned up, and these players are at the level where they can make those adjustments pretty quickly. I think we're going to see a very different game than the one we might have seen in game number 1.
Starting off similar to game 1 as the Demolition take early possession. 2 chances in front. That's going to bounce off the post. Away. Script too quick to that, but Golden Luigi will fix it. That's the start the Demo want. They're up by a goal.
Not this time, say the Demo. Another ball, once again, just dancing on the goal line. And this time, all the pressure is there from this Demolition team, who wasted no time plugging that one home and taking a lead only 11 seconds in.
Again, a little aggressive by Script on that one. Didn't quite read the bounce off the base of the post effectively. Sailed past that. And if not for Golden Luigi, that might have gone back for a runner for the Bulls, and we're back to square one like we were in game 1.
Ooh, what a shot there from Golden Luigi. That's the offense that we're talking about. The Bulls player trying in vain to get up quick enough. It was Noms in the back end there, but Golden Luigi much faster to that ball, and a really nice angle off the top of the car. Makes it 2-0 for the Demo.
It's a tough bounce to read as well. I think Noms got caught in rotation. Golden Luigi just had a much better read, able to get that one up. And the Demo, for all the chances they had in game 1 that they couldn't convert on, 2 quick ones in game 2, find them on the good side of this scoreline. Now, defensively, Script will just relay that out. Microrim running into Rainbow Noms, looking for the pinch. It doesn't come away for them, but no pressure by the Demo lets them get back through midfield. It's a big clear by Golden Luigi. Noms forced to retreat defensively. Small touch in the corner. Both Demo players are there. This one might go the other way for the Bulls, and it does for a moment, as Microrim will tap that one back out on the 50. Held in by Script for the Demo. Right to Rainbow Noms in the Bulls' defensive corner. Looking for 2 touches to get past as Golden Luigi again waiting. This is what we talked about in between games, the patience for the Demo. If they can convert that into meaningful chances, they seem to be getting the opportunities as the Bulls run out of boost and ideas to clear the ball.
Resource management for the Bulls has been a real challenge I've been spotting in this game so far. One particular instance where it was just a matter of communicating the right thing and who has the boost to go for a particular play. You got to call your teammate off if you know that you've got more boost in the tank and you can make a better play on the ball when you both have an equal shot at it. And Script, so much space here. Can he bury it? He's got all the room in the world, but couldn't get around it. I think, just as I was talking about low boost for the Bulls, it burned the Demo there too.
Well, they got a huge chance because Rainbow Noms missing boost at midfield left Script all alone to make that shot. Simply had to drive the ball into the net, really, with how much space was available to play. Opted for the first time shot, pulled it wide, couldn't recover as the boost ran out in the tank to fix that first mistake. And if that trend continues and the Bulls can get 1 or 2 back in transition here, Thunder, I think there's probably a lot available for the Bulls to come back in this one as we get close to halftime.
We'll say, though, Demo doing a pretty good job of interrupting the play that the Bulls are trying to develop at the midfield. Obviously, there's a few things that are squeaking through here and there, but for the most part, and you see there again, Golden Luigi just rebuffs their efforts before it even gets really into the defensive third, and that's crucial for keeping a lead that you want to protect so badly.
Good bump play by Script, pulling Rainbow Noms out of position, opened up a shot for Golden Luigi just off the bar. Away through midfield goes Microrim for the Bulls, looking for the flick. Golden Luigi defensively, great touch inside, and Microrim puts the Bulls on the board, cuts the lead to 1.
You had the sense Microrim knew as soon as that catch happened where he was going to go, where Golden Luigi thought he was going to go, and such a calculated and poised dribble in front of that net to bring this down to just a 1-goal game. Much more realistic now for the Bulls to claw their way back.
It's good control too. Just got it on the side of the Dominus hitbox that you can really get a lot of low flick power out of. When you have a lot of momentum as a defender, it's tough to read that. Need to pull that break a little bit earlier to try and open things up. Rainbow Knobs looking for the leading Demo, but Microrim's shot off the low post. Follow-up chance, can't get around it in time, and Script recovers for the Demo. Now Script slowing this down through midfield, looking for the same kind of bump and away by Noms.
I had the feeling that the Demo there on the Bulls' offensive play wasn't communicated, because I think that the shooting player, Noms I believe it was, would have put that ball on net had they known that the goalie was not going to be there. But instead, it wasn't necessarily transmitted in comms, and it was a chance that went begging because of that.
A little bit of latency might have also played into that one as well, as Rainbow Noms has this one over Golden Luigi. If Microrim can get to a chance for the Bulls on the counter, it's an awkward bounce though, and Microrim slows it down, looking for a passing field for Rainbow Noms. Script reading it well, came across, forcing into the corner. Shot on by Noms, blocked by Golden Luigi in the corner as the boost tanks run dry for the Bulls. Two good chances, but can't get it past the Demo.
A little bit of desperation there for the Demo, but performing well under pressure. They did what they needed to do in the right moment to keep the ball out of the net, and Bulls still pressuring here with more. That Noms whiff might open a little space, but instead, Microrim from midfield just gets a nice bit of power on that low shot.
A little bit of a fake by Rainbow Noms on that one, pulls Golden Luigi out. It sets up the shooting angle for Microrim. Script looking like he's opting to challenge, doesn't get the timing to come out on that one, and Microrim seeing our shot, low near post, and it's a 2-2 game.
So tough to be in no man's land when you're not deep in the net, able to make a reactionary save, and not far up enough to really challenge the ball effectively. It's one of the hardest places to be in Rocket League, and Script was stuck there on defense at the whim, really, of Microrim's shot.
Two good shots for Microrim on what my stat sheets are telling me is an MLE debut for the Bulls player. Looking like Game 2 is where they play best, but that one slips past as Script lobs one from the inside corner, and it's 3-2 Demo.
Microrim can't quite put it together on defense the same way as offense here. It was a valiant effort getting a touch at the very least, but that's a tricky save when you're coming from the opposite bottom corner, and nice capitalization there by the Demo player in a crucial moment in the game to take the lead.
It's been a couple of big goals for Script in this one. Even though the losing effort in Game 1, there is that one that opened up the scoring with that shot pretty much out of the same corner too. Same type of shot, angled out of the corner across the face of goal. Tough for the defender to work with. Desperation time for the Bulls, but they'll have to do it out of their own end as Rainbow Noms pass Script into the corner. Both Bulls players here. It'll be Microrim to take this one over. Looking for control. Golden Luigi backed up in the net from a high flick to the bar, tipped away by Script, and that should just take enough ticks off the clock. Last second play here for the Bulls to keep it alive. It's Golden Luigi down to Noms. Script and Microrim are up. Tipped away by Script, and that'll do it. The Demo bring the series back, and it's a 1-1 game.
What a fantastic pushback there by the Demo. And obviously, both teams made adjustments on the field, but the Demo really changed up what were those difference maker factors in game number 1 that kept them from scoring. Instead, here they capitalized on those opportunities that earlier had gone by the wayside, and here they are with a game win, making the series even as we head into game 3.
Close games so far through 2 between these teams, but I think the biggest factor that made a difference in Game 2 compared to Game 1, Rainbow Noms falling off in terms of effectiveness. Had a couple of plays that don't show up on the scoreboard that really opened things up, but it was really the Microrim show. 2 goals, 2 saves, and 6 shots for the Bulls player that almost had the Bulls within striking distance there. Need to see Rainbow Noms step up, I think, a little bit in Game 3 to try and put the Bulls back ahead in the series.
On a positive note for the Bulls, it's nice to see that Microrim can pull quite a bit of the weight of this team if it's demanded of them. And if Noms and Microrim can both be firing on all cylinders at the same time, this could be a pretty scary team that the Demo could be facing, but it remains to be seen whether they can sync up and be on the same wavelength in any given game.
It's been a tough fight so far for both of these teams, as these games very close in terms of scoreline, and I think you and I would both agree, Thunderbolts, the chances, aside from a couple of good shots, nothing's been super clear-cut, and even when there have been those clear-cut chances, the Demolition have been the team with more of them, but they haven't been making them really work in terms of scoring chances. It's a big reason why the Bulls have been able to keep it close.
Exactly. We saw that more evident, obviously, in game number 1 when they were given a couple of gifts that just kind of didn't get capitalized upon. Game number 2, they did a bit of a better job, but you're right that they could still do far better in that respect. and I think the Bulls are aware of that, acutely aware of that after game number 1. And so it's tough to call where the momentum is at this particular point in this series. I'm not sure if it's going to go one way or the other way, and I'm really excited to see which team kind of steps up as we head into the next stage of this series.
The one interesting thing for me, I think that we probably need to see more of for the demo is the demo and the bump play. Golden Luigi averaging 1.6 demos through the one series played so far. Not a lot in terms of sample size, but definitely that ability to disrupt the rotations might be something to try and break through that Bulls defense, because when they're rotating well, they seem to be fine. When there's a bit of a scramble, we've seen it a couple of times, those chances falling in front of the Bulls net, they get it clear, but a lot of that down to the fact that the demo, for whatever reason, just not in position to capitalize on that. And I think if they open up that space and give themselves more time to make the play happen, might be finding more success.
I agree, 100%. I mean, the only real attempt at a directly impactful physical play that we saw was the Bulls, that demo attempt on the goalie with the shot coming in behind that, as I had said during the match, wasn't really communicated all that well. But we haven't seen those attempts from the demo. It's not necessarily a be-all, end-all thing in twos. It's been much more a necessity in the threes meta lately. And in twos, it can be open a little bit to the styles of players that you have on your roster. You don't necessarily need to have it, but if it's something that hasn't been seen by another team in the series as of yet, and you can bring it in as a surprise factor, that can really make a difference. So the demo should at the very least consider it as a weapon that they can have in their arsenal.
Conversely, too, some teams known for that, think back to Rhino's teams of seasons past, where the dump and bump play was pretty much their MO for a number of seasons, and really effective to work against, because if you're not ready for it, even if you scout it, it's so much pressure to try and play under, and that type of pressure will make a lot of good players crack. They don't understand how to move effectively around that kind of thing.
And let's not forget the mental side of things. There's quite a spectrum of degrees of mental fortitude on players that are on the field in MLE at any given time. And if you can really chip away at the tilt factor by introducing physicality into the game, that can be surprisingly effective as well. So let's hope that if it's something the demo brings into this match, the Bulls can handle it mentally as well as physically.
Well, on cue, Golden Luigi with a back-checking demo on Microrim forces the Bulls player to respawn, but the demo, without meaningful possession through that sequence, find themselves under pressure here as the first shot on by the Bulls just goes wide far post. Now Script clearing this upfield on the flick, off the bar, it's away by Rainbow Noms, as far as Golden Luigi in the offensive corner. Falls to Microrim, looking for the slow clear, pressured by Script. This is better from the demo here as they look to kind of circle in from midfield, put the Bulls under pressure, but Rainbow Noms gets a good clear to take this one away to midfield, but zero boost for Golden Luigi. Early resource management problems again for the demo here.
And I feel as though something that could have turned into a big chance wasn't all that effective. It was Script's 1v1 versus Noms, but instead, the chance that seemed like nothing is going to turn into something here as Script just bombs one from way downfield, and Mikarim not making the touch on defense there.
Kind of caught Microrim off guard, I think, as Rainbow Noms with the ball offensive corner. Both demo players there just kind of ran into trouble, and a little bit of a loose ball flipping out to Script, who had a great line at that coming off the goal line, bombs it from the parking lot, and the Bulls find themselves down by a goal early.
Script looking for more here, but that's going to be sent away by the Bulls defense, and Bulls demo have been putting on more pressure here, or at least attempting to, but the Bulls for the most part equal to it. Microrim with a shot attempt there. Noms trying on the double effort and buries it. Top left corner. What a rebound control there from Noms to get that one in.
It's a great pass too, coming out of the corner. Rainbow Noms kind of wedging the front nose of the Octane in there to flick that ball out and away from the backboard. It makes it harder to read as a set defender in net when that angle's coming across. It changes the angle on it so much to try and read. The first shot by Microrim right into the breadbasket, but the rebound coming clear. Rainbow Noms finds that good angle to put the Bulls back in this one and keep this competitive.
And as I said in the break, I didn't feel as though I could really divine which team was going to gain the momentum in this series, and I'm no closer to figuring that out. Both teams putting on pressure here and making great chances at the net.
First really long sustained sequence of pressure for the Bulls in this series, as it's been almost a minute in their end, but Golden Luigi will get one in transition, and it rolls past. The Bulls helpless to defend that one, as it just took a little bit too long to get there in the midfield.
That's the no man's land that I was talking about earlier that you do not want to be stuck in. Rainbow Noms was in that spacing where just too far away to be able to effectively challenge and too close to defend the net. And you're stuck in that awkward spot, and it was nicely capitalized upon by the demo there.
Sometimes it's almost better to just play the hit knowing you're beat than it is to really try and commit for that challenge, but unfortunately for Noms, goes past and now fighting a 2-1 deficit here in Game 3. It bounces out, Mikerim trying to keep that in. It's low and loose for Golden Luigi to touch, just past Mikerim's nose. Script in a good spot to earn a save. Now slows down on the right wing for the demo. Long ball by Golden Luigi right to Rainbow Noms. Teams start to play back and forth, trying to set up a good offensive rotation. Away by Script, one touch by Mikerim pops up, and Script's follow-up keeps the ball in the Bulls' end, but a demo on Golden Luigi opening things up as both these teams bringing out a little more physicality.
One thing to note about Script that I've seen a few times is just looking a little bit mechanically rushed when they could take just that extra split second to get a better quality touch on the ball and really be more threatening. I think that's been a difference maker in a few passages of play where the demo could have turned it into a goal. So it's something that may or may not be an adjustment we'll see Script make, but it could make a huge difference for the demo team.
Saw it a couple of times in the early games of the series where a Script was just rushing a couple of plays and they didn't get converted into goals by the demo, ended up losing one, winning one, and over or late in the game as well. And I think you're right, Thunder. If Script can kind of get it together here, Golden Luigi's a good enough player to really play that the back supporting role well enough that the demo should see themselves through as Script keeps this one in. Bounces high for Golden Luigi, open net for the demo. Script finds it low left side, and it's a 3-1 game.
Fantastic pass off of the wall here. Golden Luigi faced with a pretty tough bounce that kicked out really far, but made use of that flip cancel to get some extra real estate on the flip away from the wall, and just delivers an absolute gift down to Script, who puts that home for 3 goals for the demo.
Talk about mechanically rushed. Rainbow Noms, I don't think read the pass as cleanly as it could have been. Kind of dove into the challenge, trying to play it away from Luigi on the initial touch, and left the open net there as Mikerim not able to rotate in time. It's still under pressure as the Bulls net. Golden Luigi double touch attempt off the post. Script having to turn around in respect of the Bulls clear, but clean through Mikerim goes Golden Luigi, setting up for the double touch, and it's there. 4-1 game for the demo.
Narrowest of margins here. Did Golden Luigi win this race? Noms was there down low trying to get up high, but so tough. He was in a really difficult spot and had to get off of the wall, drive down the curve, and then jump immediately. And it's so hard to fight the momentum that you can have in Rocket League. And that was all it took for Golden Luigi to win that race and make it a 3-goal lead here.
You think it's almost better to just pull the brakes, play your odds, and stay on the post there, try to read the shot more than challenge the ball?
In a perfect world, I think the play there is to jump off the wall, not to drive down the curve, but as you're heading downwards, you just hit a single jump, land flat, and then you can jump quicker. But that's demanding a lot of any player to have the presence of mind when they're under so much pressure to make the perfect play. So it's something you can wish for, but I certainly wouldn't expect it in every instance, even from Master and getting up to Premier League players.
Definitely things to think about here as Mikerim will bring this down the left side for the Bulls. Trying to get it around Golden Luigi. Good weight on that, but better read by the defender, able to get that one out. Script past Noms. Mikerim gets across. Low boost, able to get the angle on that one. It's another chance here in midfield, Thunderballs, that Rainbow Noms just hasn't quite had the timing right on the challenge, and it's been a big reason why the demo have these chances and they're converting on them.
Another chance here, and converting on them is what they're going to do. Script gets a free bounce off of the backboard, capitalizing on the retreating Noms there, who was in a world of hurt when they decided to go for the squishy save there. It's a pretty readable play when you have a straight-on angle that Script had, and it made it a fairly easy rebound off of the backboard just to go low on that play and avoid the highlight save that Noms was going for.
It's a difficult play too because the Bulls, they had it in transition, they had it in the demo corner, but for whatever reason their sequencing just couldn't keep that pressure on, and the demo were really well positioned to take all of the options away offensively. As this one will come to a close, Game 3 firmly in the Demolition favor, a 5-1 win to take a 2-1 lead in the series.
About as firmly as it gets. That's a really commanding performance from the demo after what were a couple of very split games in number 1 and 2. And I feel as though the Bulls have the capacity to push back here. This is not a complete demoralizer from them, but it's going to take... I'm not entirely sure. I think probably it's going to take just more pressure at the midfield, because it felt like the Demo so often found themselves in the attacking zone and they weren't being pushed out at all.
A quick look back here at the one goal for the Bulls in this one. A great shot by Rainbow Noms, really set up though by the offensive pressure that they got. And after that, there wasn't really a lot left for them in terms of this game. The Demolition just had the better clears, they had the better decisions, and really kind of cut their way through midfield with pretty much nothing that you can describe other than impunity. It was uncontested and it was incredibly effective.
That was the lone goal that we saw from the Bulls, and the lone real chance, to be honest. I didn't feel like the Demo net was incredibly threatened other than that play where they scored on. And it may be in no small part due to the fact that I didn't hear Mike Arim's name being mentioned all that often in this game compared to the presence that they had in previous ones. It could have been a little lull in the momentum that Mike Arim had as a player. So let's see if they can pick it up back here in game number 4 with Demo up on series point.
2 losses for the Bulls, 2 games in which one of their 2 players was incredibly ineffective. We'll see if 60 seconds is enough to adjust it here. Game 4 underway as the Demo again start this one off early. Script will put it under Rainbow Noms for a quick save, and the Demo setting this one up, although Luigi loses that one. Noms on low boost can only try and dive for the corner boost and offer pressure, but Script in counter for the Demo. Loses it to Microrim across to Rainbow Noms. Good touch in a 3s environment, but in 2s, that one needs a follow-up, and Noms has to spend all the boost in the tank to get it as far as the midfield dot. It's up long. Microrim will put this one back towards Script. Takes time, but Rainbow Noms lurking has a chance to really pressure this one, and Script does a good job to get back for that 50. Early pressure for both teams through the midfield. No one really finding a great way through.
No, nothing threatening yet from either team. They're testing a little bit one another here. I would expect more momentum out of the Demo, but instead Bull's going to find one here at pretty inexplicable lack of Demo players in the backfield there. Oh, looks like they bumped one another on the sideline there. You hate to see it, but the Bulls are going to love to see that to stop the momentum that the Demo had.
A little bit of communication breakdown as they fight over the same boost orb on that sidewall, and the Bulls go 2-on-0 and make that one count. As still pressure off the kickoff, Rainbow Noms looking for a dunk on Golden Luigi, won't get it, loses the boost to boot, and then a team bump on Microrim will lose this one out towards the midfield line. Still under Demolition control here as Golden Luigi out to Script. It's a high ball, won't get a shot away, and the Bulls with a chance to counter, but Microrim doesn't get the read on the bounce, and it's still in the Bulls' defensive corner. Slow by Luigi, looking for the dooms. He won't get it as Rainbow Noms reads it well, tips it away. A little bit predictable, I think, Thunderballs on that play nowadays. Everyone's kind of looking for it when you bring that slow ball off the backboard towards that top corner. Makes it easy for the defender to read.
I call it corner ball in general. Corner ball was that tried and true strategy in year 1 of Rocket League. You run it around the corner, get it in front of the net. There's no pressure coming from the defense, and it's pretty effective. And the Doomsy Dish kind of born out of that corner ball style of play as a mechanical play, but you're absolutely right. In this day and age of Rocket League, the corner ball style is all but dissipated, and instead, Script taking the direct approach here, putting it straight in net over the Bulls defender.
A 2-on-0 for a moment as the Demo get that one picked off by midfield. It's a great flick by Script as well. Both the Bulls desperately coming back. Skims off the nose of the Dominus hitbox from Microrim there, but kind of out of nothing, the Demo get that chance back. They tie it up here, and that's an important goal, I think, as the Bulls haven't had the most quality chances through the last couple of games, Thunderballs. So if they don't make everything count, I think the Demo will have enough in the tank to really grind them down here.
And the Demo of the 2 teams on the field have really had almost all of the something out of nothing chances, as another one is found there by this Demo team. They've been creating goals out of situations where they should not be arriving, and that is getting worse here for the Bulls team, who are seeing another missed touch out of Microrim.
It's almost like trying to do too much as the frustration starts to mount there, as it really was an easy clear. Just put the car through it and get it upfield, as the Demo were pretty much choked up through midfield. Any loose touch was free possession for them. And you get the sense that as this goes on, if the Bulls don't get their goals, Microrim puts one off the bar as Script gets a massive save to keep this one at 2-1 for the Demo.
Huge save there from Script. Microrim came screaming in, and it looked all but guaranteed they were going to win the race to that ball, but somehow Script just got the tiniest sliver of a hitbox on it to keep the challenge out and to keep the Demo in the lead here, looking for more. Nice save there from Rainbow Noms on the goal line to give the Bulls a chance here in the second half of this game.
Chance in transition now for the Bulls. Mikerim looking for the ceiling read, ends up for the ground pinch, keeps that one in against Golden Luigi, but it'll fall favorably to Script. Loose touch up onto midfield line. Rainbow Noms up aggressively to take it away. Mikerim gets through as well. Can only play it to Golden Luigi, who won the boost. Loose touch by Luigi. Big save by Script on the respawn. Gets across, and that's two big ones now for the Demolition by Script to keep this one in their favor.
Script, I'm sure, is sweating a little bit at this point, having to make all of the close saves. Speaking of close saves, Rainbow Noms with an incredible read there on the Demo attack. This is becoming a defensive showcase between these two teams as more and more chances get put on.
Good touch by Rainbow Noms, looking for the bounce off the inside post. Flies harmlessly over for Mikerim, who keeps it alive. Back pass, easily read by Luigi, and now it's a 2-on-1 for the Demo. Luigi opts to shoot, will put it past Mikerim, and in the counter, it's a 3-1 Demo game.
I gotta say, Golden Luigi, that is an incredible read to look so far in advance on the play that you read the back pass and the touch that's gonna come back your way and to block it out. Fantastic bit of awareness there to give the Demo that insurance goal that is so important as we get to the late stages of this game when they want to close this series out.
The Demo a minute and 16 seconds away from losing game one, but taking 3 on the hop to put themselves in a good spot to take the series win. And not only that, but looking for a 4-1 as well. But Rainbow Noms looking for the bump. Script again will survive that one and keep this clean. Script now with a savior on 3 gilt-edge chances for the Bulls. These ones, big ones to try and get the Bulls back in it.
Script looking borderline unbeatable at this point. Was being bullied physically, heading up the back wall. What a save from Rainbow Noms back the other way. Can barely keep track at this point. It's not just the Demo in the winning team who are making these saves. Noms has had a couple of absolutely great chances stopped on the goal line as well, but it's not enough. If you're down, it's one thing to make saves, but the Bulls need more than that, and they've got 30 seconds left to do it.
4 saves each for Script and Rainbow Noms, but that one won't be a 5th as Golden Luigi has all the time to read that play from Script. It's 4-1 now for the Demo.
Noms with a desperate dive there, almost getting there in time, but just the angle of the aerial not quite where it needed to be to secure a block. And great shot accuracy there from Golden Luigi to make this a pretty insurmountable task for the Bulls. And they're staring down the barrel of dropping this series and needing to get that redemption game in game number 5.
Talking a little bit in between games about Script needing to slow the mechanics down. I like that play there to just slow that down on that kickoff, get control, force the Bulls to make the rotation, and then they get their goal eventually as they break it down. Golden Luigi just waiting for this one to pop clear, and Rainbow Noms trying to get across, and that one can't do it. And that, I think, is the biggest reason why the Demo have had that success through the last 3 games. Thunder Bulls finally kind of putting it together as a team, whereas the Bulls, they haven't really had that same synergy when they've had the chances to play as a team. There's just been a little bit of a disconnect between the two players. This is evidenced, I think, by that Demo play that we saw that didn't get capitalized on originally a couple games ago.
And the Demo have done such a fantastic job of sensing the desperation on the field that the Bulls are feeling. As they get more and more rushed and start to dive at more and more plays, the Demo adjusted by just taking their time and letting the Bulls fly around, making touches that aren't necessarily as much about effectiveness as they are about purely winning races and trying to get the ball downfield. So it's really smart play out of the Demo as a pairing, however coordinated or not in comms it may be. Regardless, it's a great adjustment, and it's what they've needed to secure this 3-1 series lead and give themselves a series win.
But sometimes that's the recipe for winning in MLE. You don't have to necessarily be a better team in terms of control or of pure mechanical skills. Sometimes you just have to let the other team do some of the work for you. And I think you and I would both agree that the Bulls kind of made the Demolition's job easy through the course of these last 3 games that they haven't won, where the chances for the Demo have really been gifted from the Bulls, either in transition or off defensive miscues that just haven't worked out for the Bulls, whereas the Bulls have had to work for every opportunity they've got against the Demo, and they just can't convert enough of them to make it count.
Well, and what makes the Demo so hard to beat in this instance is that I see it as kind of being half and half. Half the goals were the ones you were talking about that mildly were kind of handed to them, and then the other half were earned. So they can do it either way. They're happy to win the races to the ball and really aggress when they want to, and they're happy to be handed goals and take them that way too. So as the Bulls, what do you do here in game number 5 to try and get over top of that and find another gear?
Well, one of these teams will be 9-7 on the season at the end of this series. Will it be the Demo with the 4-1? Will the Bulls hold on to take a 2-3 and keep themselves on the positive record? 5 minutes to decide this one, and it's the Demo early through Golden Luigi looking for that one. Rainbow Knobs tips it away, but a good wait by Luigi has the pass out for Script, and it's on the doorstep. 12 seconds in, the Demo lead game 5.
Thought Noms might have had a chance here, did a great job of recovering off the initial defensive touch, but just couldn't quite find that right path on the wall to get another touch on the ball. And Mikarim not in a great position to make the follow-up play on defense. It was a pretty open shot for Script, and a nice 1-2 between those Demo players once again finds them in the lead.
Long ball by Mikarim off the bar, and a great Demo on the follow-up. Rainbow Knobs finds the rebound. Immediate reply for the Bulls.
I'm quite certain that's not a goal unless that Demo happens. You look at Script in the spot, 100% that's a save. Script was right in front of the path of that ball. That was an absolutely crucial Demo, and to be honest, this time for the Bulls, it didn't matter if that was communicated or not because the timing was so good that the shot was just gonna go in if that player was out of the way.
100% with that one, and all of a sudden, no closer to finding a winner as the Bulls get right back in this one early. Still defensively trying to get this one out. They'll play it long into the Demo corner where Script will pick it up. It's Rainbow Knobs down into Golden Luigi, looking for the breakout play to Script. Now the Demo attempt by Luigi forces Mikarim to jump. Script though doesn't read the bounce, and it's a weak shot cleared away by Rainbow Knobs.
Low resources there for Script. I saw that play kind of developing. Luigi with a chance here. But Script, when they had the chance to shoot and Golden Luigi was going for the physical play, I saw that they were low on resources, and Mikarim, after having a pretty quiet few games here, has woken up a little bit with a great mechanical shot off the side wall.
And the last possible second, too, to get that flip off, just rolls the car upside down, gets the front flick past Script, who didn't really read that play. I think didn't have the faith that the flip was there for the Bulls player. All of a sudden, it's in the Demo net, the first lead we've seen for the Bulls in quite a long time. Bulls playing defensively now. Out of their corner again, tries to go Mikarim. We'll have to play this in front of the net. Script with a good read over Noms. No time to react to that one, is having to have faith in the teammate to just keep that one clear. Rainbow Noms will take it now through midfield. Golden Luigi able to read that flick. It'll be a follow-up play by Noms. Mikarim still lurking, looking for the second touch. Script away. That's in a good spot for Mikarim. Well read by Golden Luigi. Past the Bulls defense, looking for that double touch, and he'll get it. Open net chance, and the Demo make it 2-2.
Well, there was never any doubt on that play. As soon as that 50-50 happened in midfield, it was pretty much done and dusted. That was always going to be a goal at this level of play. Golden Luigi just tucking it in nicely to level this game. Still lots of game left, though, and these teams both really putting on some great pressure here.
The Bulls know they don't want to give this one up 4-1. The Volcanic Division every season is a really heated competition. That one won't do them any favors. Script will take the gift and make it 3-2.
Flashbacks of the middle of this series here from Mikarim, who once again misses a defensive touch there. It's so tough when you're under pressure, in particular in a Game 5, and it's every game win feels so crucial and feels even more crucial when you're staring down the barrel of a potential 4-1. So it gets harder and harder to make these touches consistently without them preying on your mind, and Mikarim just seeming to feel it a little bit at the late stages of this series.
I think the one thing that might help the Bulls is the fact that it's a 70-game season. Even with a 4-1 here, it's early enough in the season that it's not the end of the world. If you end up losing this series big, you've got a couple opportunities to really bring yourself back into it through the middle section of the schedule when you're playing the other divisions of your conference. And chances for the Bulls, I think, if they keep this strong roster going, to really pull themselves back into the season standings. But not out of this one yet is Mikarim into Golden Luigi at midfield. 2-0 again for the Demo here. Script looking for the read, puts it off the post, can't quite wrap around it. Second chance for Luigi, waiting on that one, and it falls down as Mikarim, loose touch, didn't get there, and the Bulls will finally sweep this one up, still looking to get it clear.
Feels like the Demo have a lot of control. Another physical play going here. Mikarim missing the Demo. But the Demolition here, they're not as safe as they might think until now. Obviously, I just go ahead and Caster's Curse that one as they find their insurance goal, but missing that earlier chance was probably a little bit nervy for them, because while they might be controlling the general pace of play, they were only up by 1 in a game that they really want to win for themselves, and so I think just now earning that second goal makes things a lot more comfortable for them.
We'll see, though. There's still 2 minutes on the clock. If the Bulls can get one back, they might have a chance, but that one, a big lunging challenge by Microrim. Script takes it to the house. A huge goal for the Demo as they put themselves up by 3.
Demo in complete control here, making the exact right pacing on the play in any given instance. Script just needed to play it slow there, with both Bulls players kind of diving in and overextending. Did just that, popped it over top, and secured the goal for a 3-goal lead that's pretty tough here for the Bulls at this point, when they can barely find themselves scoring chances, let alone goals in this game.
If you'll almost pardon the pun, it's almost as if the Demo have the Bulls seeing red. They're rushing into challenges. They're really looking for any kind of way to force something to happen in their favor, and the Demo are playing that to a T. They're waiting at midfield. They're letting the Bulls make mistakes as the Bulls, again, running into each other on the clear here. It's a chance for Microrim, but Golden Luigi buying Script time to get the rotation back. Just enough done by the Demo defense to take the sting out of the Bulls offense here.
Bulls still trying, though. They're trying to keep the pressure on. Microrim cutting the play off at midfield. Gets the side boost there as Noms is trying to get one off the back wall, but once again, Golden Luigi, right spot, right time. That touch might be troublesome, though. Weird angle here in Script. Once again, coming up big on defense, as they did in previous games, especially later in the series.
A lot of good play, I think, by Script after we called them out, I think after game 2, for just kind of rushing into play a lot more, settled down, started playing off of Golden Luigi a lot more effectively as a 2's rotation came together for the Demo. And I think that's a big reason why they've been able to frustrate the Bulls, when every time the Bulls try to force them to happen. Speaking of forcing, Microrim looking for the Demo, won't get it. Golden Luigi picks up possession. 6-2 game now for the Demo. This one pretty much out of reach.
Would have liked to have seen a pass play attempt there. I thought for sure they were going to go for it, as Microrim kind of at that perfect angle to receive a flick out in front from Noms, but instead I think Noms called out to go for the Demo play. But the Demolition, as their name would suggest, are pretty familiar with that kind of stuff at this point. They were ready for it, and they turn it back the other way for a 6th goal.
Golden Luigi pressuring the Bulls back into their end here and gets one off the backboard. Maybe no. Microrim clears it off the line. Script wisely waiting for that no sense to commit, up 6-2 here, as that one just tantalizingly on the goal line will stay out and keep the dagger completely out of the breastplate, but not quite for the Bulls here, as it's an open net for Microrim. Taps it in 15 seconds ago. 3 goals doable, but still a monumental task.
A little bit of extra bravado there from Script, looking for the immense pre-jump on that play, and Bulls are going to capitalize upon that. Obviously, Demo sensing here that the Bulls have a pretty insane task in front of them to come back, but still, let's keep the pedal to the metal here for the Demo and make sure that they secure the game without any weird antics near the end.
Stranger things have happened in Rocket League, and this might not be one of those times, as Golden Luigi messes with it at midfield. It falls to Microrim, but the shot off the bar and away. The Demo lose game 1. They win 4 on the hop, and they pull themselves up to a 9-6 record on the season to start things off. A big performance by the Demo coming out of the Mystic Division on this one. They take one of the better teams in the Volcanic to task, and they do so in pretty convincing fashion.
Well, we're going to take a look here at the goal line save that the Demo had in this game. It really was a huge defensive effort from the Demo in the tail end of this series. We take a gander here at this highlight, and so close. Actually, my mistake, that's a goal line save for the Bulls. There were so many for the Demo, I just assumed it was going to be one of Script's plays, but instead it was the Bulls fighting that ball off the line. And obviously, we talked about it in one of the previous games where you mentioned, yeah, Script and Noms both with 4 saves here. There were lots of chances going back and forth the other way. So it wasn't a complete show of domination by the Demolition. The Bulls made an effort, but it was in those crucial moments where it was the make or break time to put that attack in that the Demo found themselves so often successful, and the Bulls just couldn't quite find a space to get through.
I think the Demolition did a much better job in understanding where the holes in the defense were for the Bulls, and it really just came down, I think, to transitional play, understanding that the Bulls didn't have the ability to get that ball clear effectively. And once Script started to fall back more often in terms in kind of in line with Golden Luigi, waiting for those 1-2 plays to hold in from midfield, they found themselves a lot more success. And I think that one might be a galvanizing point for the Demo roster moving forward. You had the number 1 overall pick, really kind of showed up in this series and put a very good team on notice in this cross-divisional matchup.
Absolutely. That was on display a little bit in Franchise Cup, but that's a very different picture to when you get into league play. But this really solidifies Golden Luigi as a serious contender against a lot of teams in this league. But if we talk about contenders, we got some more coming up here. Heading in next, Jay, we've got a match in Foundation League between the Spartans and the Jets.
Week 2 action out of the Forge Division. The Spartans looking to get themselves in winning ways after an 0-5 loss to start things off. The Jets 2-3. One of these teams will come out a winner. You don't want to go anywhere. You're watching Minor League Esports presented by APM Music. Stay with us.